A civil society group, Guardians of Democracy, has raised concern on the outcome of some judgments at the Election Petition Tribunal and the Court of Appeal after the 2023 general elections. The group raised the concern at a World Press Conference organized in Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. Spokesman of the group, Comrade Igwe Ude Umanta, said, "Justice miscarriage in a developing nation like Nigeria is a threat to the present-day democracy."
In the attempted judicial banditry in Kano and Zamfara, the justices that are culpable should have no place in our judiciary. The thought that this set of justices may one day find their ways to the Supreme Court is horrifying. It should not happen at all. If the justices that will give this kind of judgment in the Court of Appeal are now to be the ones who will now hold everybody's faith in the Supreme Court, it can only be imagined. It shouldn't happen in this country because we will be at very high risk. For the records, these justices unjustly sacked 2 senators, 5 members of House of Representatives, and 16 State House of Assembly members in one state, Plateau State. There was no reason in the Nigerian laws to have done that. No reason, because the Supreme Court, in handing over their own judgment, said there have been a plethora of settled cases from which they decided to forget what the Supreme Court has settled. We have every reason to believe that justice was deliberately miscarried. Imagine the crisis that would have been ravaging Plateau now if the case of Governor Caleb Mufwang were to be terminated at the Court of Appeal, like those of the House of Assembly and National Assembly. This is how much crisis a set of careless and perhaps compromised justices would have caused the country. This would have been the same case in Kano and Zamfara states. The country would have gone up in flames because these judges or justices, both at the tribunal level and the Court of Appeal, decided to do their own thing. For instance, in Kano, there is almost a consensus between non-partisan lawyers and laymen that the straight deduction of 165,000 votes from the NMPP and Abba Yusuf to pave way for a roundly defeated APC candidate and Yusuf Gawuna is a judicial coup, because it amounted to punishing the party, their candidate and the electorate for the error of INEC and its officials. It was also inexplicable to hold that only the NMPP and Governor Abba Yusuf benefited from ballots that were unstamped, unsigned, and undated. The other ground for obtaining the victory was based on party nomination, which the Supreme Court has dealt with, saying in a plethora of cases, according to that Supreme Court.
Other members of the group call for the amendment of the Nigerian Constitution to suit advanced democracies as it is being practiced in developed nations of the world.
Our book, our Constitution, at all time needs amendment. We are just barely 24 years plus, running 25 years old in democracy. America is more than 200 years. In this moment, America still amends their constitution. Yeah, the book we are having today is not perfect, but we all want a perfect document. It's a gradual process, and our electoral process will be put on check, like what we are doing now. This is what the process have done, and it's very clear. No person shall be a double candidate at once. You cannot be a governorship candidate, a senatorial candidate, a House of Rep candidate at the same time. That is what the Constitution kicked against. The Constitution did not ask you not to purchase a form for senatorial ambition, presidential ambition, or governorship ambition. It's your choice to purchase a form. The law is very clear about that. And just that the NOA, they are not doing well. If they are doing well, by now, those are common knowledge that an average Nigerian, virtually 90% of Nigerian citizens are supposed to know they are right. Okay, this is how those things are supposed to go. You must not